stuff here, so go over that quick to start. Oh, oh. So here's what we got. Where's this? Actually, we don't need music for this part. There we go. Yo, what's going on, Techno dude? Here's this. God damn it. Alrighty. This will be the best way. Okay, so here we go. So we got Kabam Deal here, giving us a little update. So he says, "Greetings, Summoners. 3.0 is coming soon and is shaping up to be our biggest update to the game yet. To ensure that we deliver the best content possible, we've extended its development time by 2 weeks. So hopefully through those 2 weeks, they're doing a little bit of testing or something. It seems like from the Kabam teammates or whatever you want to call them that I've talked to, they've been doing testing. So that's awesome. 3.0 will release on May 4th, so that's Star Wars Day for all you Star Wars fans. There'll be a slight gap between the end of the Panthers Do event and the beginning of the next event. During this time, please keep an eye out for additional login calendar and objectives for you to collect even more rewards. So it seems like since there's going to be a lag between the end of the Panthers Do and the beginning of the Thor Conquest or whatever it's going to be, there's going to be a little gap there, and they're just going to hook us up with some stuff in between. So that's cool. Normally, most games when they do major updates, they hook everyone up pretty good. So hopefully, Kabam keeps up with the times and hooks everybody up a little bit. Over the coming weeks, we will be breaking down the significant aspects of 3.0 in detail. Stay tuned for updates on our major features coming to the game here. So they tell you to go to their Reddit and their official. That's their website for the game. This one's their Reddit, or I guess you guys probably can't see it. So this one's their Reddit, and this one's their official website. Their official website actually looks really, really nice. The Reddit's kind of dead, but you know how it is. And then here is the little sneak peek that he's giving us for today. So there's definitely going to be a lot more exclamation about what these things are, for sure. And hopefully there's going to be more stuff than just this, too. So, Thor, the god of thunder, and the Asgardian Republic join the fight. Thor's arsenal brings 2 weapons, Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. So Mjolnir, I'm pretty sure, is his hammer, and Stormbreaker is like an axe thing. Not 100% sure, but actually, I'm really sure on the hammer. This is definitely the hammer. However you say that, that's the name of his stupid hammer with the small little handle on it. Gear levels, a refresh on gear and progression. So does that mean legendary gear? That's what a lot of me and my friends have been speculating, that possibly legendary gear, or maybe they're gonna go through and do another thing like they did last time. Remember when there was mystic resist, cold resist, and they just amalgamated them all into energy resist and physical resist. So they might do something like that, because I know that there is a bunch of stuff like Storm is really annoying to get gear for, because you can roll cold power, electric power, lightning power, whatever it is, and slashing power for her 3 different weapons, so it makes it really hard to get gear for. Be cool if they could maybe amalgamate those types of things, because on other champions like Hulk and SS, Hulk is all crushing power, SS is all mystic power. So it's very easy to get gear for them. Kind of. Like, they both obviously have their things, but makes it easier to get gear, that's for sure. Another thing that I'd like to see, I don't know about everyone else, but the skill 1 for every single champion has the same name, right? So when you get a piece of gear and it says, well, for Storm, let's say for example, it says Elemental Blast Power. Well, it's the same for all the weapon things. I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, I'm not 100% sure with Storm anymore. With the Wind thing, I don't play Wind, so I don't really know what that first one's called. But definitely with SS, the heal thing. Iron Man, he has that fly thing. So, like, they have the same stuff for that. It would be nice if they would make, like, all the skill 2, so instead of for Hulk you get, like, Hammer Spin power and Hulk Smash power, if they could just make it skill 2 power, make it a lot easier to get gear for people. The next battle rating tier, Avenger. So, I don't know if any of you guys played this far back in beta, but there was more tiers like listed. You couldn't actually get to them, but they were listed there. And Avenger was definitely the next tier. So that'll be nice. That'll move. So when you're sitting like halfway up Defender, sometimes since there's not a lot of players online, depending especially on which server you're on at which time, you could still get matched against Warrior players. So this will at least take a good chunk of the players and move them up into the Avenger tier here, and they will no longer be able to match against Warrior players. There'll be no way for them to actually match against them or match with them. Because that's another problem. You have your two buddies that are 1100 and they're trying to pull up your guy that's at 600 BR, and you get matched against 1250s and you get friggin' crushed because you just don't have the gear yet, you know? So the next thing they say here is seasons. This is really common for almost every PvP style game. So it stops people from getting super far ahead, especially if there's no like top limit on how far you can go. Like right now we have a top limit of 1250, but that isn't the case in every game. So for seasons, they'll let you go as far as you can go, and then at a certain point, say once a month, once every 3 months, you know, they'll reset it back. Everyone starts at the same point again. Obviously, the players that were right at the top, they climb right back to the top, no problem, really quick. Or at least like halfway. They get way out of all the beginner type players. They're way far away from them. And that also keeps, because some players, it took them a while to get up to 750. They had to grind to get there, you know, and other players, they've been sitting at 1250 for a while. So it'll help those players that had to grind a lot. Like, they won't get right back up to their 750 for sure, but they'll sit in there. And also, sometimes they also reset all the rewards. So, you know, all those crappy rewards that you got for getting to 100, getting to 150, getting to 200, you know, all those, like, most of the time it was components. And then, like, sometimes there's some crappy crystal shit like that. They'll hook you up with that stuff all over again, which is awesome. So that would be another increase in rewards for everyone. And even if you can't make it all the way back up to 1250, or I think Avenger tier is 1500 if I remember correctly, it'll at least give you some rewards. Okay, the next thing here, Summoner's Journey. Earn rewards and learn more about the battle world. Okay, so that doesn't give you too much information about that, but it seems like it's gonna be like a solo kind of thing. But it could be like an event that's solo. It has nothing to do with your guild or anything. It's just like personal events. I guess they'd essentially be daily quests or weekly quests. But it would be like a forever kind of quest. The next thing here, Pinnacle Quests, new solo PvE content. Alright, so who knows what this is going to be? It sounds like Super Stronghold to me. Maybe they have something in mind that would be kind of cool. And then the last one here, Showdown, a brand new co-op 3v1 World Quest experience makes its debut. So this sounds like it's going to be some kind of massive boss thing, which is really cool. I don't know how many of you guys played WoW, but in World of Warcraft, they had these things called raids. And there'd be a whole bunch of like little critters all over the place that you'd have to fucking work your way through, of course, just like every other game. But eventually, you'd get to the room where the boss would be. And the boss would be fucking massive. And it would take forever to kill, and there'd be 30 of you, I think it was. Maybe it was 50, I can't remember. I think it was 30. Or actually, there was 10-man raids, 20-man raids, and 30-man raids. So depending on the difficulty of the raid, they allowed more or less people in. And yeah, the bosses were huge. They'd take up the whole room, essentially. And yeah, they'd have crazy attacks. If you got hit by their attacks, you essentially just died. But since there was 30 of you, or even 10 of you, there'd always be someone who can revive. There'd always be healers, all that types of stupid shit. But yeah, that's a bunch of new stuff. At least they're giving us a date. I like that they gave us. I like that they gave us a date, and I like that they gave us a lot of time before. I know some people that I talked to said 3 weeks is too long, but hey, anything's better than the 10 hours they gave us last time. That was fucking bullshit. Yeah, so 3 weeks is maybe a little long. I think 2 weeks would be perfect, but hey, anything's better than 10 hours. Just give us some time so that we can get ready for this. Some people, they like to just play their champs. They don't give a shit about their BR. They've already hit 1250 or whatever, so they're not caring about their BR. But now with this Avenger tier, like, they're giving us 3 weeks now. You can work your way back up to 1250, put the character on the shelf for a bit until the Avenger tier comes out, and then start working on it again. That type of stuff. And seasons, also, we might be in the first season right now, and the second season might start when 3.0 comes up. So it would let people also know that, hey, if you want to get those milestones, you got to complete them right now. You got 3 weeks to do it. You got to hit those milestones. Yeah. Let's see, what were you guys saying here? Looking forward to version 3? Hell yeah. I've been waiting for version 3 since January. Essentially. I got to 8750 about 2 months ago now. And yeah, like, I was super excited working my way up. It was so fun. I got there. The game was still fun for about another month, you know? And then with the repetitive events and all the stuff, it kind of bogs you down, you know? And then also on top of the repetitive events and all the other stuff, the servers were really bad. So not only am I frustrated that there's not new events, I'm getting frustrated in-game because I keep getting bumped out of games and fucking lagging at horrible times. Watching Shen run up into the Bodok. Like, I'm pretty sure Shen knows how to play the game, and he's not just gonna run into a wall until he goes into the Bodok and die. You know? Unless it was part of his 5-head plan. So, you never know. He's a pretty good player. But yeah, so I'm super excited. I hope everyone else is super excited. I know there's been a lot of players that have left the game because of the same reasons that I said. The game got kind of stale. We've been waiting for a major update for a while. Version 2 didn't really give us anything new, you know? It gave us some new stuff, for sure, but it didn't add into the game. It just, I don't know, it just consolidated things, made things kind of better. But for those of us that were already at the top, it didn't really add anything, you know? So it's kind of cool. I hope that they can maybe add in some new synergies, maybe fix some of the other ones. Some of them are super useless. I'm actually gotta say, the one that's like, you gain special power when you're slowed or something like that, it is horrible. Like, why would I want to gain special power when I'm slowed? Like, maybe if I'm slowed, give me armor. Or something, give me a shield. I I don't want to gain special power. Who cares about special power? I'm gonna die. But yeah, other than that, everything's looking good for the game. Sounds like they've got some great changes here. I hope there's a lot more. Like, well, I'm sure there's a lot more, because this is, I guess you can consider that a paragraph, but what is it? A new champion, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, you know? If they're saying this is the largest update that they're putting in the game, just with what they have laid out there, it would be, for sure. It would definitely be the largest update. But that's not a very big update, you know? They're adding in some more PvE content, which I think is cool. I hope that they allow you to farm gear, even if you can only farm gear that's uncommons. It'll yeah, even if you can only farm gear that's uncommons, it would let you slowly gain up shards. It would let you gain rare shards for scrapping all the uncommons. And then, like, let's say you're a super hardcore grinder, those rares that you get from scrapping uncommons turn into epic shards and then turn into epic gear for you. It would take you forever to get one piece of epic, but some people grind the game for 9-10 hours a day. I know I used to. I slowed down a little bit when there was nothing to really grind, you know? I like to grind out just winnings. It's fun, but there's got to be something else, you know? So, seems like they're adding some good stuff in. I'm excited. I hope Thor is awesome, but at the same time, I hope he's not too awesome. I know a lot of games tend to have that type of problem. Every time they release a new character, it is above and beyond all the other characters, and they end up having to nerf him. So, this new patch comes out on May 4th, the Star Wars Day, and then I expect Thor to be nerfed on the Revenge of the 5th, you know? That's what I see, but hopefully they've tested him out. Hopefully they've tested him out with super high level gear as well, because if they just test him out with, like, in recruit tier stuff, that is not showing his true power. You have to have, like, specified gear on champions. Like, I don't know what he's going to be. Let's say he's crushing power. But, like, some people are going to build, like, 300 crushing power. And if they make his skills scale too high on the crushing power, they're going to start one-shotting people. And that's not fun. Well, not fun for the person getting one-shotted. I know when they released the, the proton cannon and people were getting one-shotted, they got on that one, in 2 days, right? So we'll see what happens. Sounds awesome. Can't wait.